People crying and complaining. Andre Ward has, got a gift decision. The same old shit that people have been saying for years. Every single time there's a close fight. Oh, he didn't win. He got a gift decision. When will you motherfuckers actually stop being such cognitive apologists for just because you want to feel like you're unbiased or all that bullshit? When are you fuckers actually going to actually be honest for once? You claim to be boxing fans. You claim to be students of the game. But then you start being fucking cognitive apologists all the time. When another guy, gets a gift decision and people call it out, oh, you're just being biased because, you're just being, what is all this bullshit? Andre Ward won the fight. Now that's just not just saying it. That's actually not being influenced by a bullshit commentary called HBO and their talentless team. I mean, it's kind of clearly obvious that this is the agenda they've been pulling for the last, God knows how many years. Ever since they lost Floyd Mayweather from being a member of the HBO, clown team, in terms of him fighting on a network, they've suddenly gone into bullshit mode. Everything is like, oh well, the other guys, when they're fighting certain types of fighters, they go for certain types of styles and certain types of individuals. They make it. They don't even try to hide the bias. They make it so plainly obvious that they want people like GGG and Kovalev to be at the top of the sport. They don't want to have actual decent boxers actually being in the sport. They can't stand having someone like an Andre Ward for an unknown reason. I mean, Andre Ward has always fought on HBO, has been on their commentary team, has commented, he has always showed them respect. But for some unknown reason, they don't want to reciprocate the same respect that they're supposed to have. I mean, Jim Lampley, you might as well just forget about Jim Lampley. He's a fucking asshole. Forget about him. Harold Lederman, I mean, too old. Senile dementia has already set in. The guy needs to be put in a nursing home because his brain has gone gaga. And then you got, Roy Jones. I mean, Roy Jones wants to try and fit in, always trying to apologize, even though he knows what he's saying. But then he falls for the bullshit bias. He has to be told, put in line. I mean, what is it with these guys? What is it? Jim Lampley actually said one truth in the fight. One truth. He said, I gave a punch to Kovalev even though the punch did not land. That's the truest statement, and that sums up HBO 100%. That just sums it up. But people still fall for it because they have to be cognitive apologists. They always have to apologize. Andrew Ward won the fight. First round, Ward. Second round, Kovalev. Third round, draw. Fourth round, Ward. Fifth round, Ward. Sixth round, Ward. Seventh round, Ward. Eighth round, Ward. Ninth round, Ward. 10th round, Ward. 11th round, Ward. 12th round, and new unified light heavyweight champion of the world, Andre Ward. How is that difficult to comprehend? Because the reason why it is because you have a cognitive bias. Your apologists always have to feel, I can't actually tell the truth here. I always have to try and apologize because Massa might get angry at me. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Can't you just be honest for once and celebrate the fact that Andrew Ward achieved greatness? Through adversity, yes, he got knocked down, but one punch does not win a fight. when it comes to you either knock him out. 1 punch doesn't win a fight. When the fight goes 12 rounds. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. If the fight goes 12 rounds, 1 punch is not it's not the defining feature of a fight. Not just 1 punch. Rounds win fights. You have to win rounds. And you cannot honestly tell me that Kovalev won the majority of rounds. Just because he knocked Andrew Ward down in 1 round. 1 round is 2 points. That's it. That's it. If you knock him down, you have to win the fight. You have to knock him out. Knockouts win fights. Stoppages, knockouts, TKOs. Referee calling off the fight. That's what wins fights. But when you go to the scorecards, rounds win fights. Who won the majority of the rounds? And you cannot honestly tell me Kovalev won the majority of the rounds. That is a lie. That is bias. That is cognitive apologism. You are so desperate not to seem that you are, rooting for your own because you're American or whatever. Oh, I don't want to seem like I'm rooting for the American. Bullshit. Don't fall for that HBO bullshit. Watch the fight. Turn the fucking sound off. Watch the fight. Look at all the rounds. And you will see. Round 3 was very close. I gave that round a draw. That's it. But apart from the second round, which was clearly a Kovalev round, the first round was a Ward round. You could argue back and forth whether it was a draw, whatever. I gave it to Ward. For the fundamentals, of scoring. For the eye test. Ring generative. Punches landed. Clean effective punching. Yeah, I give up. Everything's always a conspiracy. It's always robbery. It's a close fight. It was a close fight. But the majority of the rounds went to Ward. Nice competitive fight. The majority of the rounds went to Ward. People will get upset. People always want to cry because the things that, this same bullshit has been happening for years. When somebody calls Manny Pacquiao out from the same bullshit, his whole fucking career was a fucking gift decision. Or steroid use. Yes, I said it. Oh, he was never called for anything. Fuck off. Now you have a guy in Ward who's actually, everything that people claim that a boxer should be. Everything. Apart from these fucking fuckboys who claim that they're boxing fans. What is Andrew Ward? All Andrew Ward has said was, look, I just want to prove I'm great. And he did that. Through adversity, he came back. He won the majority of the rounds. And then saying that, he won the fight. Stop being a fucking apologist. Stop always trying to apologize. When are you actually going to grow a set of balls and actually say, fuck it. Andrew Ward actually deserved that victory. It's nice to have, the guy won the fight. If I look at the fight, turn off all the fucking biases that HBO put out there and just watch the fight. The majority of rounds were won by Ward. You can disagree all you want. It doesn't change the fact. And that's what I saw. And that's what the judges saw. And ultimately, Andrew Ward won the fight. Like it or not. No conspiracy, no robbery. Andrew Ward won the majority of rounds. That's a lot of fuckboys. Oh yeah, this is the death of boxing. I'm going to stick to UFC now. This is the death of boxing. Fuck off then. Fuck off and go to the unisex fuckboy championships. Go watch that shit. That's fine. I mean, I like certain fighters in UFC, but as a whole, UFC is garbage as a whole. That's my personal opinion. It is what it is. I like certain fighters. Give them their respect. But ultimately, it is a fuckboy competition. Literally. Say whatever you like about it. Make no difference to me. I don't give a fuck. I'm not an apologist. I don't apologize for Andrew Ward having a fantastic victory. Coming back from adversity. Winning the fight. Rounds. He did what I said in my previous video. He got grimy. I mean, Kovalev was there holding the back of his neck. Kovalev punched him low blow. Where was the referee then? Why didn't the referee duck a point? But no, nobody wants to talk about that because there's some weird conspiracy. The fact that Kovalev was doing a wrestling moves in a boxing match, threw one decent punch, which knocked him down. Give him credit for that. But overall, in the majority of the fight, Andrew Ward did the busier, more clean, effective, and he did the better work. And he won the fight. So congratulations to Andrew Ward. Congratulations to the man. You are now in the pantheon of greatness. You're now in the history books as one of the best fighters ever. Like it or not. All now I want to see is an undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. That's what I want to see. I want to see Andrew Ward fight Adonis Stevenson. That's all. I don't want to see a straight rematch. No, I want to see an undisputed champion. And then after that, if Kovalev is still around, then Kovalev can get his rematch. But I think it's about time we have an opportunity to have an undisputed champion in the sport. Let's have an undisputed champion. I want to see that fight. I think Adonis Stevenson has a great chance of beating Andrew Ward. But hey, this is not the time and the place to actually talk about that. I just think right now Andrew Ward deserves his credit. He deserves his props. He is the unified light heavyweight champion of the world. And he gets his credit. Kovalev did all right. Okay, but he didn't do enough to win the fight. If you put the man down, go out there, put the man down again. That's why Maidana beat, what's his face? That's how Maidana beat Adrian Broner. That's how Maidana did it. He knocked him down twice. Just to make sure. Because Adrian Broner was coming back. But still, knocked him down again. Closed the show. No more discussion. Kovalev did not do that. He had an opportunity. He didn't do enough to win the fight. Andrew Ward came back and won the majority of rounds. That's boxing. That's how it is. Deal with it, guys. Stop being crybaby, pussy apologists. Stop apologizing. Enjoy the fact that you're seeing greatness. What is the matter with you? Everything's always a conspiracy. Everything. But when certain other fighters, get their gift decisions, oh no, you all back away. You don't say nothing, and even if you do say something, you're worried about being called a biased this and biased that. Fuck off. Andrew Ward won the fight, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm not losing any sleep because you're fucking throwing your period. You're on your period now. Get a tampon. Put a pad in. Pussies.